I would just take a few minutes to talk about some of the takeaways and a little summation of what we've heard. We've heard a lot, but I thought it would be great to invite Rebecca and Steve to reflect on what they heard.
So that was a lot to digest. I know I'm still processing a lot of it, but just wanted to share a couple of notes and thoughts that I think emerged over and over again today. So I think we heard that the need is so urgent. It's not something that we can ignore, and that we have opportunities for conversations and solutions that we haven't had before because we are at this crisis level. So I think that's an important moment that we're all feeling and to seize upon. I also heard a desire for a whole lot of different types of solutions and partnerships and collaborations in both the affordable housing and bringing affordable housing and conservation together, and that we have more options to work together than we have maybe thought about in the past, and that the housing solutions need to meet people where they're at. So that means both the amount of income people are earning, but also their different phases of life. And that we're not doing a good job meeting people at different phases of life. So we heard discussions of everything today, from tiny homes to accessory dwelling units to single-family home ownership that's affordable, to multifamily housing that actually adds density. And those are all solutions that we need, as well as specific farm worker housing. So, you know, basically more tools in our toolkit. And then I think overall, we heard that the public sector really matters. Our elected officials really matter. The policies that we have now and policies that we need to work together to change really matter. So that's some next steps that I'm hoping we can all take out of here. And let people know when you like something, because it sounds like we all hear a lot about what people don't like. And so it's always nice to hear when people do like a project. And letting both the if it's an affordable housing developer and or a land conservation group and local elected officials know that we're in support of something.
So what stands between you and leaving or getting the conversations continuing? But what struck me is the one where we started off with Jen Metzger this morning. Counties have no land use power practically in the Hudson Valley, but the power of what she's offering, of leveraging and incentivizing and supporting, if other counties could replicate that, we would have a very different Hudson Valley. Two, like Rebecca said, I think what Adam shared in terms of data, somebody said data doesn't matter, stories matter. I think we need both, and the data is so compelling and so convincing that we have to be able to share it effectively, like Adam did this morning. Thirdly, collaborations are key, and I think we cannot take today's gathering for granted. The fact that we have real live examples of land trusts and affordable housing organizations and towns working together to do projects like this. Kevin said, you know, oh, I was in a conversation like this 30 years ago, nothing's really changed. I think we're at a different moment, and I think the people in this room think differently, we're in a different place, and there is an opportunity moving forward to do something differently. And the last thing I'll say is, part of that is, and several people have talked about communications and the power of communications to influence perceptions, and if the people in this room, so many ripple effects that go out from this room, start communicating as a chorus in a different way about the themes and objectives that we all share, I think we can begin to make a big difference, and I heard a lot of that today. So lastly, thank you, Kara and Mohawk Consultations, again, and thanks to all of you for sharing your energy and your time. It's been a great day.
A few last things. I just want to echo thank you for coming. The energy in the room has been great all day. It's been great to watch people talking to each other with so much enthusiasm. And thank you to our speakers who have had so much to offer. again, thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to my colleagues at Mohawk Consultations for all their work to make this happen. So the last few things are, we've set up some conversation stations, and we're going to have our panelists at those stations, and we hope that before you go, you will stop with them if you have any remaining questions. But also, if you have anything you want to share with us, share it with them, and they'll record it for us. We have big pads up, we have little post-it notes, we have a lot of different ways for you to communicate. So that'd be great. And then lastly, we've never done this before with our conferences, but we're going to do an online survey. So in maybe 2 or 3 days, you'll get a SurveyMonkey in your email with a few questions, and we hope you'll respond because it's really useful to us as we plan these events to know what you think. And we're interested if you have other thoughts on this specific topic or set of topics that we can share back out to the speakers and to each other. And I have a question right there.
Congratulations on a well-organized conference, but
yes,
you didn't put people's email addresses in the bio.
Yes, we did not. And we can share those. We sort of were on the fence about doing that because we hadn't asked them if we could. So I think we can. And we'll follow up with that.
And Adam, can your statistics get shared out widely with everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we can make sure that people get a link to that.
We'll post the slides.
Brad.
The presenters' slideshows will be available on our website.
Ah, there we go. That's an even better way to do it. Anything else about sharing? All right.
So tell us where you go.